what the schedule for Vancouver is looking like. On Monday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets. Then on Monday, now the starting group for the visitors. Brandon Ingram's out there with Hachimura. Then there's Irving. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Jordan in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Vancouver, Lauri Markkanen is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Donovan Mitchell. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Bledsoe in at the 1 spot. Hey, Smitty, for rookies being given a lot of responsibility early in a season, early in their career, do you think it helps their growth, or does it run the risk of hurting their confidence early?
You know, I think it helps them, but I think those type of rookies that you give so much and put on their plate, you still have to have some veterans around them.
Because there are going to be problems, aren't there? Early on.
There's always going to be adversity throughout the season. If you have a championship caliber team, there's going to be some ups and downs.
Misses the 3. Launches it. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Redick inside the line. It's rebounded by Leonard. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Vancouver. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Pushing the action. Always working for the best shot. Nice drive by Kawhi.
Irving against Bledsoe. Stolen by Kanter. The drive by Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork. As well.
It's Redick on the wing. Left side, Jordan. Shot clock at 5. Pulls from the top of the key. The shot by Redick, no good. For Vancouver, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And the jam by Bledsoe.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
Pass to Jordan. That's tipped. Stolen by Bledsoe. To the paint. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Well, beyond the production, Mitchell gives this team energy, spirit. They ride off his adrenaline.
Irving passes to Hachimura. Kicks to Ingram. Over Bledsoe. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for us. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
This has been a beatdown right here, possibly over before it began. A 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, Kawhi Leonard last season averaged 27 points a game. That's what you call a two-way player.
And now let's take a look at Kawhi Leonard. Great showing for him last season. 6th in scoring. And, of course, he's got a nose for the ball. He ranked in the top 10 in steals last season.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. And a career high in scoring last season for the great Kawhi Leonard.
Kevin, he maintained his elite efficiency. Kawhi Leonard's growth as a scorer has been remarkable over the course of his career.
Markkanen passes to Leonard. Vancouver working the ball around now. And the pass to Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. Tries again. And it's Leonard missing.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Hachimura, no good.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively. Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Irving with the ball. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And he gets the bucket.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
Bledsoe passes to Kanter. Leonard with the ball. They get a hand on it. Markkanen dishes to Leonard. From deep three-point range, Redick with the rebound. Gone 2 of 6 from the field. Over Mitchell. The shot by Redick, no good.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story. Inconsistent with his offense.
Bledsoe kicks to Mitchell. Misses his second shot in 4 attempts from the field. Well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Irving passes to Redick. It's Ingram on the wing. That shot is off. So Vancouver will take it the other way.
Yeah, some history here, though. Of course, they won that first-round series in last year's playoffs and ended up sending them packing.
Bledsoe's gone 1 of 4 so far. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
And for the ball out of bounds, Jordan touched it last. Leonard against Ingram. Leonard kicks to Bledsoe.
Not a physically imposing defender, but Kyrie with great footwork and timing to affect the shot.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Second shot opportunity. Jordan the pass to Hachimura. Over Markkanen. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. They need this one, and finished off by Leonard.
I'll tell you what, when Kawhi knifes his way to the rim, it's next level.
Leonard's gone 67% from the field, 4 of 6. And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. You know, Smitty, you watch Markkanen. He's just built for the modern NBA.
Yes, he's an incredible weapon on the pick and pop with his shooting touch. You could see that being his go-to move, Kevin, for a long time.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. DeAndre Jordan third.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers, really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
On defense, Vancouver. Passes it to Ingram. Outside Irving. Just 5 to shoot. Ring shot on the way. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Oh, just incredible, that spin. Shook him loose from the defender, but he just couldn't gather his balance there to follow through with the shot.
Bledsoe's gone 1 of 6 shooting so far. Pass to Hachimura. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Bledsoe. Great D that time from Irving.
I'll tell you what, he's been off target all night, and his teammates have had to rally.
Back to Bogdanovich. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Pass to Cameron. Trying to find Bledsoe. Gets it to him. Outside Leonard. From deep. Kyrie Irving with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here is Irving. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And there's the pass to Hachimura. And it's blocked. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor. Vancouver making a switch here. Nunn's checked in. The visitors with the ball. 8-point game. Vancouver shooting looking a little out of sorts early, 37%. Down low, here's Leonard. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Leonard's got 10.
They're getting him shots in his spots. That's understanding your personnel.
Here's Kennard. Outside, Bogdanovich. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Graham. Bogdanovich, no luck. Vancouver leading by 10. To the middle, here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
Passes it to Marjanovic. Knocked loose. On the wing, Green. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Vancouver with the ball. They're on an 18-6 run. Leonard. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Nunn, guarded by Wright. Nunn passes to Pascal. Graham, he's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Lays it up off the glass. And Vancouver leads by 12.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Here's Nunn. He picked up 12 points in their last win again, and it's Wright sending it back. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Good checked in for Vancouver. Wright outside. Pass to Marjanovic. Shot clock at 6. The lead now in single digits.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Nunn. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Bogdanovich against Hood. Good D by Bogdanovich. Being well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Wright outside. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Nunn, guarded by Wright. Pass to Hood. Here's Nunn. Plumlee, the pass to Nunn. Over Wright. No good off the back of the rim. We've got 28 seconds left here in the first quarter. Bogdanovich against Hood. And Bogdanovich kicks to Wright. Now the pass to Marjanovic. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. This is his first trip to the line tonight. Free throw drops for Marjanovic. And good on the second, so he makes them both. There's 10 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And here's Hood. From deep three-point range, and that one released in time, but no good. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Vancouver. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll take a quick break, and then back to the action here. One of the league's best point guards, Kyrie Irving, had this to say about his competition.
In 2011, I came into a league where the point guard position was still being revolutionized, and now guys are solidifying that spot every single year. There are young guys coming in, but now we have established point guards that are franchise-changing point guards. And for me, having that competitive drive every single game, I know I'm...
Some say, Greg, a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how Vancouver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
We've got Rodney Hood, and it's Graham in at the shooting guard position. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Marjanovic is out there with Jermichael Green. Then there's Bogdanovich. Then it's DeLon Wright, and it's Kennard in at the 2. J.J. Redick's checked in for Bogdanovich. Now here's Marjanovic. 6 on the shot clock to the left side wing. Wright for 3. Vancouver pulls it in. They've held a 12-point lead early. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. And for a long time, Jermichael Green was mostly an energy player. But he's expanded his game lately.
Worked on developing an outside shot. He can drop a few threes from the power forward spot now, Kevin. He still has a high motor. You love the activity around the rim.
Now, Redick, following the three-point attempt by Rodney Hood. Nice move. He stepped back and cast it up. Redick's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And some shooters are specialists, but J.J. Redick can hurt you from anywhere. That's what makes him very tough.
Passes it to Pascal. He kicks it to Graham. Drops in the tray. Graham's got 5 points so far.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Wright for 3. The shot by Redick, no good. Unloads from 9. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Wright, the pass to Green. And stolen by Hood. And here's the break. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And what quickness out on the break from Hood. Just eating up the hardwood with the speed.
To the inside. And the shot is good. The Vancouver lead has been cut down to 7 on the bucket from Marjanovic.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
It'll be Vancouver with their first time out of the game here. When it comes to just the love for the game, Smitty, does every NBA player have to have that? Or is it possible to not love the game, embrace the game, and work through it in that way?
You know, I think 90% of the guys have a love for the game. I think there's some guys that just don't love it, but they play it. And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as it doesn't, I guess, spill over to the guys that love it. There's some players, I played with some players, after they left the gym, they didn't think about a game, of watching the game, playing the game. But when they're on the court, they gave 110% effort. There's some guys that just love it, and there's some guys that just like it.
But I know you, and you did. You loved the game.
I still love it, Kevin. Still love it.
I know you do. I know you do. Both teams will make substitutions. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Bledsoe outside. Pass to Mitchell. Back to Bledsoe. Pass to Hood. Clock at 6. Over Ingram.
And the long arms and legs of Ingram come into play on defense, bothering shooters with his hustle.
Bledsoe against Irving. Offensive rebound. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. It's tipped, and they'll keep possession. Moves back up. No good that time. Bledsoe with the defensive effort.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Outside, Markkanen. Vancouver working the ball around now. Bledsoe looking around. Vancouver needs to get off a shot here. And again, it's Vancouver missing.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
Now here's Bledsoe. A 14-point game for him in the win again.
And he showed again why he is such a sensational playmaker. Some of the plays he made were just remarkable.
Out of the miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
Who's got Brandon?
Ingram against Mitchell. It's tipped. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. No one had more success at the foul line last season than this group of players. Number 5 is J.J. Redick.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Hey, who got Eric?
Bledsoe outside. Markkanen from outside. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Offensive rebound. Out to Ingram. Buries the 20-footer. Ingram's got his first 2 points.
He's a great shooter, but not just a gunner. J.J. finding the open man.
Bledsoe outside. The pass to Hood. Fires for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Hood's got 5 points in the quarter.
The sweet stroke from Rodney Hood, and you can see he's able to extend it out to distance.
Passes to Hachimura. Irving against Bledsoe. Irving dishes to Jordan. It's Ingram on the wing. Cans the shot from the wing. Ingram's got his second bucket of the night.
Took him a while to get going, but here in the second quarter, he's found his rhythm.
Pass to Canner. Looking for Hood. He gets it there. Mitchell outside. But they get it back. And the 3 off target. Launches a 3. Vancouver pulls it in. Cantor's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Irving against Bledsoe. Mitchell outside. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And there's Bledsoe on the assist by Mitchell. Bledsoe's got his second basket of the game. Gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Irving passes to Jordan. It's Ingram on the wing. And out of bounds as Vancouver gains possession.
And now a look at Eric Bledsoe. Last year, getting it done. He was around 16 points a game, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
It's not the monster game that we see from him occasionally, but it's still incredibly impressive.
Mitchell outside. Pass to Markkanen. Shoots over Redick. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And Vancouver leads by 6.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Outside Irving. Doesn't go for him. So Vancouver will take it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead early.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
They were able to convert a lot of those offensive rebounds. That's the key, generating points off those extra possessions.
Here's Hachimura. After Vancouver picking up the basket just moments ago. Redick for 3. He scores for only his 3rd time tonight. Now 3 for 10, taking a climb out of the hole.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Now a timeout called by Vancouver. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And out of bounds as Vancouver gains possession. Vancouver leading by 5.
Really a sponge. Donovan Mitchell watches a ton of film, accepts coaching, and applies it. A big part of his rise to stardom.
Now here's Bledsoe. Over Irving. Shot's good by Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Ingram outside. Outside Jordan. Kicks to Irving. 5 to shoot. Lobs it up for Jordan. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And taking a look at some numbers here for Kyrie Irving. He's coming off an excellent season. 11th in assists, 13th in steals. And he ranked in the top 15 in points per game, one of the league's premier offensive threats.
And he was the consummate playmaker last season. Completely unselfish, always had his head up, looking for the open man. Now, here's Mitchell. He had a 24-point outing in their last game again. And the early success of Mitchell speaks to his ability to absorb and take coaching.
Yes, credit that coaching staff, putting him in position to succeed, helping him also to develop. His decision-making is growing game by game.
Here's Hachimura, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. It's deflected. There's a minute 47 left here in the second. Now, here's Leonard. His last outing, he had 24 points. Got a piece of it. From 13, another shot, and Cantor with the lay-in. Good. Cantor's got 4 this quarter.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And, oh, here we go with Bledsoe. Nobody back. .102 left in the first half of the game. There's the pass to Bogdanovich. Can they get it? He lays it in. Bogdanovich has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Bledsoe kicks to Mitchell. No good on the 3.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Here's Ingram. Second chance effort. And so the ball's out of bounds. Ingram touched it last. Vancouver leading by 11. Graham surveying the floor. 15 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Nunn, guarded by Wright. Just 4 to shoot. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Five seconds left now here in the second. And it's Vancouver. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 12 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
I'm not surprised. Kawhi Leonard usually...
And that does it for our half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
They've got Lowry Markkanen. Bledsoe is out there with Mitchell. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Cantor in at the 5 down low. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Here's Hachimura. It's blocked. Here's Mitchell. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And at 6'3", Donovan Mitchell able to play shooting guard or point guard. What do you think is his best position?
You know, Kevin, he will tell you he can do both. Versatile enough to play and defend multiple positions, but I like him at the 2-guard position.
Irving against Bledsoe. Irving passes to Jordan. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists in the game.
And DeAndre has really beefed up his body over the years, remaining ready for whatever the defense throws his way.
Pass to Leonard. Cantor kicks to Bledsoe. 6 to shoot. It's blocked.
And that's a welcome sign for sure. Hachimura demonstrating a willingness to want to improve as a defender.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. And he gets it to go. Around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Mitchell against Redick. Five on the clock. Outside Irving. In the corner, it's Ingram. And it's off from 3-point range. And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for Vancouver. 14 points, their largest lead in the game.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
That's a man's play right there. Kyrie doing what the defender doesn't want him to do. And one opportunity.
A career best season for Kyrie Irving in 2018-19. Scoring just as great as ever, but it was the other areas, playmaking, rebounding, defense, where he made tremendous strides.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
And the Celtics expected Kyrie to become a better passer and defender in Boston.
They felt he had the capability. You could argue that those improvements have elevated him from a great scorer to a great player in our league.
That's it.
Gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Redick against Bledsoe. Outside Jordan. The dish to Ingram. Clock at 6. Out to the right wing. 16 feet away. That's tipped.
Marketing with a nice block shot. His size has been a factor in this game.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
Here's Irving. No-place jumper from the free throw line. Irving's got 6.
Kyrie sprung free on that pick and roll. Trying to stick with him is easier said than done.
Inside, Kanter, and the shot goes in. And Vancouver leads by 19.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Outside Jordan. Poked away. Good on the bucket. Jordan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Few players, if any, hit for a higher percentage inside. Jordan playing to his strengths.
From 17 feet out. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's foul number 2 for him. Outside for Jordan. Leonard against Ingram. Dishes to Redick. Just 5 on the clock. Over Markkanen.
What Markkanen does there defensively, he uses his size, stays focused, and stays connected.
Bledsoe dishes to Leonard. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Irving drives in. Outside for Jordan. His three-pointer's off the mark. Vancouver leading by 19. Mitchell wide open. Frames the three-pointer. Mitchell's got 16.
Mitchell's really been working on getting free off the ball and being accurate off the catch and shoot.
And on the way from Irving for 3, and Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got rebound number 12 here already. Oh!
Yes. Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. So many NBA players now have their talented children playing in the NBA or in college and will soon be in the NBA. Smitty, whose kids stand out to you as potential superstars?
Hey, Kevin, Dale Curry, for sure.
No, wait. Okay, I could have gotten that one. Steph Curry. Who else, though? Who else catches your eye?
I think up-and-coming LeBron's kid, Shaq's son, D-Wade's, and that's what you love. You see a lot of these guys, and it's great for me. I remember when they were little, Kevin, and now seeing them win in championships, being able to play on that stage is unbelievable.
And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for Vancouver. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 12.
And Matador defense That's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance.
Look out! Here he comes!
That was amazing. And look at the elevation. Always up there among the leaders in steals. Leonard gets his team out in transition.
Here's Irving. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
What a turnaround for him since the half. More aggressive and more effective.
Pass to Leonard. Three-pointer. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Kennard. Covered by Mitchell. Kennard, the pass to Jordan. Back to Kennard. From deep. A three-pointer is right on target. Kennard's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Cantor, the pass to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
He is in the zone tonight. Kawhi is carrying this offense.
Outside Irving. He dishes it to Jordan. Here's Hachimura. Guarded by Bledsoe. Hachimura, no good. Vancouver leading by 23. Leonard, that's for 2. And Irving pulls it down. Over Bledsoe. Irving's shot is good. Irving's got 10 points here in the 2nd half.
Executing off the dribble, one of Kyrie's strongest assets.
Now a timeout called by Vancouver. And now it's a look at the 2K leaderboard with a list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
Pass to Nunn. The dish to Graham. Vancouver working the ball around now. The pass to Leonard. Over Bogdanovich. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Kennard, the pass to Wright. Six on the shot clock. Passes it to Green. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Graham. Kennard with the rebound.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Pass to Marjanovic. Shoots over Graham. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Marjanovic has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Vancouver leading by 19. Outside Leonard. Here's Graham. And the rejection by Marjanovic. The 3 from Bogdanovich. Graham with the rebound. Vancouver shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Pass to Leonard. Shoots. And again, it's Vancouver missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Kennard. Connects on the open J. Kennard's got 7.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Very nice stretch from them, but the reason why they're not into this game, they have to get some stops.
Here's Graham. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Here's Kennard. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 9.
They might be behind, but you can't blame him. He has been spectacular so far in this one.
The pass to Plumlee. The feed to Leonard. From the paint. Good. Leonard's got 13 points now in the quarter.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Outside, Bogdanovich. In transition, here comes Vancouver. It's good. 27 points for Kawhi Leonard.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection. I mean, those huge hands of Kawhi Leonard give him great control of the ball, very sparing with his turnovers.
And for Kawhi, he never seems like he's forcing the issue offensively.
I mean, he has studied the post games of Michael Jordan, and being able to score at all three levels has made the game easy. With his strength and his turnaround jumper, he can get his shot off with ease.
Shooting two.
And the first one at the line is good. And so Wright nails both of them. Vancouver leading by 17. Here's none. No points in the game yet for him. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Vancouver shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
And he makes the first. And Cantor drops them both. Here's Wright. 52 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Marjanovic. And the layup's good off the glass. Marjanovic has got 10 points in the game.
And even if you risk a foul, the D has to play him tougher when he gets it that deep.
And if you don't, they keep finding the matchup every time up the floor.
Connects from three-point range. Markkanen's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Right outside. He kicks it to Bogdanovich. Here's Kennard. Graham defending. Unloads from 13. Here's Marjanovic. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Marjanovic has got 6 points in the quarter. Here's Graham. He is covered by Bogdanovich. Graham with the ball. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And it's Vancouver holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Wright Green is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Kennard in at the 3 spot. Here's Markkanen. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. And he banks in the layup.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Green. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Left side, Markkanen. Down low, Kanter finds Leonard. Shot clock at 5. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Leonard's got 17 points here in the second half.
This is what Leonard gives you. Reliable, productive, churns out positive plays.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. J.J. Redick's checked in for Luke Kennard. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Green kicks to Marjanovic. 5 to shoot. Knocked away. Stolen by Kanter. Leonard attacking.
The dribble drive, yet another tool in Leonard's extensive arsenal, earns him a trip to the line.
Coaches talk about young players needing to experience the playoffs to understand that level. Smitty, why is that so hard to simulate without going through it?
Kevin, reasons why is in the playoffs, everything is taken to another level. Also, you seeing this team night in and night out. They know your plays. You know their plays. It comes down to just execution, and you can't have careless turnovers or those brain freezes you have in the regular season.
The first free throw is good.
With Kawhi, you love his talent, but just as important, you love the basketball IQ and work ethic.
Leonard hits them both. Steve, it seems like criticism of NBA officials is reaching a very interesting level. We see players, coaches, and now even executives confronting these officials over their calls.
You know, I know we love the word transparency, but I think also for these referees, because of technology as well, we're seeing these players from so many different angles, and all we want to talk about if we're coaches and executives and players are the plays they miss. And I think that's what we're, putting too much energy in.
Passes to Kanter. Shoots over Marjanovic, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. 10 points for Enes Kanter. From the field, 44%, not bad. Right outside. Outside, Redick. Shot clock at 6, and it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts one up from 19, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Mitchell left side. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Redick surveying the D. Pass to Jordan. Kicks it to Ingram. For the 3. Second chance shot. That one, no good. Excellent D there from Markkanen. Here's Mitchell. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Can't emphasize this enough. This is the way Mitchell's got to play to give this team its best chance.
Steve, you know, there is some hostility we're finding between the media, some teams and players Boycotting of certain journalists. Coach Steve Kerr said it's a dangerous situation. What's your view?
You know, I think it is from a standpoint of from a players and organization with the media, but I think also the media, somebody's going to have to police those guys as well. We got to have it where we're both on the same team. You might not agree, but you got to be on the same team.
I agree.
You know, as ice cold as he was in the first half, that's how hot he has been since the break. No one can match up with him right now.
Bledsoe outside. To the paint, here's Leonard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Leonard's got 6 points in the quarter.
Down the stretch, this is when they need him the most, and he is delivering.
Irving against Bledsoe. Back to Irving. Vancouver pulls it in. Cantor's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Irving against Bledsoe. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Outside Irving. Another miss by Irving.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep one.
You see some guys, they just mail it in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play.
Pass to Jordan. Back to Redick. Lets it go with a three. Sinks the triple.
J.J. Redick, very comfortable behind the three-point line. Knocked that one down.
And it's Bledsoe with the ball for Vancouver. There's the pass to Leonard. Vancouver working the ball around now. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. Steve, how do you feel about the top college players getting some sort of compensation for their work?
You know, I don't know about top college players, Kevin. I think if you're going to do it, it has to be all college players because it's a team. And I think if you look at it, some of the ways I would love to see it, if those guys can get health insurance benefits, if they can get a longer time to finish their education, I love that type of compensation.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
You know, when you talk to Kyrie, smart guy, cerebral guy, thinks about the game at the highest level.
So Vancouver ends up going with a new group. Passes it to Kanding Gaming. It's Jordan on the wing. Pass to man. Robinson pulls it in. For Vancouver, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. Outside Hood. Over Irving. And that one hits back iron. Gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. A quick shot there and it's off target. Vancouver shooting straight 49% from the field. Hood finds Plumlee. Steve, for players, success brings so many opportunities, but sometimes the glitz and the glamour and the lifestyle get in the way of success on the basketball court.
You know, it does, Kevin. A lot of these guys have a lot of things going off the court, and you want to encourage that. It's just when anything off the court starts to affect on the court, then it becomes a problem. Some guys can handle it from the beginning. Others need to mature before they can find that balance.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Here's Pascal. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
And he can't get the first one. NBA gets headlines daily. You know it does, Smitty? Around the calendar, there's no off-season, but does the added scrutiny put more pressure, you think, on the players?
Yeah, I think it does. I think now you look at it, everybody wants to see what you're doing in the offseason and 24/7. You look at it right now, everybody has a camera phone, and everybody's looking for the stars, what they're doing off the court.
A nice shot by Irving.
A much different player here in the second half. He's taking advantage of what the defense allows.
Bledsoe against Irving. Pass to Pascal. Now Leonard. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Leonard's got 37.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
Now the pass to Hachimura. He kicks to Ingram. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. A lot of people think, Steve, there are 3 factors necessary to achieving organizational success. Ownership, and ownership. What do you think?
One shot. I guess it's ownership. I think it also comes down to trust. Trust in anything gets you a chance to be successful.
And, Steve, you know, it's just about establishing that culture, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think you got to have identity, a culture that everybody wants to be a part of.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Vancouver making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in. It's Jordan on the wing. Ingram outside. 6 to shoot. Outside Irving. The 3 ball. Doesn't go that time. Excellent D there from Bledsoe. Ingram with the steal. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And it's Jordan with the jam. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 16 rebounds. Bledsoe dishes to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Mitchell doing a good job. In order to have a chance in this league, you've got to be able to score. He's done that tonight.
And that one's good, Irving. Irving's got 20.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
And here's Bledsoe. Count it.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Stolen by Markkanen. Now here's Bledsoe. Mitchell outside. The 11-footer, and the shot is good. Mitchell's got 17 points here in the second half.
Donovan Mitchell, he covers every base, even showing the touch from mid-range.
Bledsoe against Irving. Irving double team. Dishes to Ingram. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Gotta see Ingram get going down low. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop.
Bledsoe passes to Mitchell. To the middle. Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Passes it to Redick. You know, Smitty, the NBA more active now in developing players before they enter the NBA. Not just the fundamentals, but the values of the game.
Yeah, I think it's a good move. The league has been taking a hands-on approach. There's nothing wrong with teaching the next generation life lessons about the sport and through the sport.
And perimeter shooting never more valuable. And that's been J.J. Redick's M.O. all along. An elite marksman who can hit from anywhere.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Redick. And in today's game, if you don't have floor spacing, your offense is going to struggle.
They call it gravity, the ability of outside shooters to attract defensive attention. Redick, one of those you don't leave for a moment.
And both free throws good for Redick.
J.J. Redick, the former Blue Devil, has really developed into one of the game's most deadliest shooters.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Vancouver.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kawhi Leonard.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
Here's Magruder, guarded by Robinson. And it's Magruder missing. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Here's Poole, covered by Redick. A three from Leonard, and again it's Vancouver with a three.
Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Jordan, the pass to man. Outside, Redick fires from deep. He doesn't hit that one. So it's Vancouver picking up the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg.
From episode 15, Chrome Antennae, breaking the same ankles twice and jamming for the win. Now it's Young got next, with the double oop and the reverse finish. Game over. It's Blackstroke 34, the steal and the elbow dime to the dunk. Finally, it's Knuckle and the team.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
A good Friday night to you sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the... Now let's take a look at Louisville's opening lineup. Jimmy Butler is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Teague. Then it's Durant. And it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. And for Boston, we've got Patrick Beverly. Iguodala out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Whiteside. And it's Robertson in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's Teague. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Durant. Clock at 6. Over Robertson. Durant, no good. And here's Robertson. Pass to Iguodala. Beverly for 3. And the rebound goes to Louisville.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
Looking at league trends, do you miss the physicality of years past, which was so much a part of the time that you played?
I do, Kev. I do miss the physical game. I miss the bumping, the grinding outside in there in the paint. But I also love the new game and the spacing. You know, you can appreciate the game so much more. It's like going to a ballet and being able to see the movement of the players, what they're doing out here. And so I love the fact it's not hampered by guys getting thrown to the floor and grabbed. Do like the physical play, though. I just want to find a happy medium.
And here is Antetokounmpo after the 3-pointer from Katie. Whiteside, the second chance effort. Tries yet again. The shot, no good. Nice D from Porzingis.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
You just feel like it's going in. Durant has a lethal-looking stroke from beyond the arc.
Now here's Giannis. You saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. Here's Whiteside. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you got to bring much faster help than that.
Porzingis. And the rejection by Giannis. And now, in transition, here we go. Iguodala goes back up, and it's Antetokounmpo with the bucket inside.
And you know what? He doesn't mind getting his hands dirty when it comes to really fighting on the backboard.
Yeah, Greg, and when he's this active early, it's a sign this could be one of those big games for him.
Now here's Teague. Outside Butler. High arcing shot from the arc. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got 5 rebounds tonight. Beverly feeling it out a bit. The tray. They get it again. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Yeah, guys, but where was the box out? No excuse letting him roll that freely on the glass?
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
One shot.
So Louisville calls timeout. They're first.
You're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
a chance to check out stats for Brook Lopez. Some last season stats for him. He was around 12 points a game, just over 2 blocks, and 5 rebounds. Guys, he's a difference maker off the bench. Steps into that front court and more than holds his own.
Well, it's his willingness to bang down low or move opponents off the block. Those are valuable contributions.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for Boston. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I got a chance to talk to Brett Brown. Their dilemma tonight, finding an answer for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Coach said the temptation is to pack the lane, but he's a great passer too, so they have to be careful bringing help. Kevin, we'll see if they can pull that off.
Thank you, David. Here's Teague. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. Durant finds Porzingis. Louisville needs to get off a shot. Here's Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
Well, that's Durant. He remains calm under pressure, burying quality shots even when the shot clock is low.
And the impact that Porzingis can have on the defensive end, Greg, cannot be overstated.
The reach and leaping ability he has paired with his timing make him a premier rim protector. And what sets him over the top really is that fearlessness. He will challenge anyone and everyone at the rim.
Antetokounmpo. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Teague bounce pass. Porzingis passes to Butler. And no good that time. And it's Boston the other way. Giannis dishes to Beverly. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
And he's able to get it back. Now, here's Robertson. And by KD. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
Buries the long-range jumper. And that's now 11 points for Kevin Durant.
He's ramped up his game in a big way this quarter. I don't think he likes it when they're trailing.
Butler against Iguodala. Here's Antetokounmpo, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. He misses the free throw. He doesn't get the second one. Louisville trails by 5. Teague surveying the D. Outside Butler. Beyond the arc. And Boston with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Stolen by Beverly. Robertson, the pass to Beverly. Trying to get open as Iguodala.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Louisville trails by 7. Outside Teague, the pass to KD. That 3 off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
The offensive rebound. Here's Whiteside. Good D by Lopez.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Porzingis, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Here's Robertson. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's foul number 2 for him. Some changes for Boston. Will Barton comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Rose in for Patrick Beverly. And Louisville here with the change too. Cody Zeller's checked in for Lopez. Now here's Barton. 9 points last game. Here's Giannis. Zeller grabs the board. Whiteside, good.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Timeout called, Louisville. And looking at the numbers for Whiteside the last few years, Greg, it seems like his production has come back down a bit.
And for a minute, Whiteside looked like he could be a dominant center, but he struggled since his great 2017 season. Shot selection has been hurting, and sometimes it feels like he is in his own way as a player.
Clarkson, he's checked in for Boston. A big group substitution here for Louisville. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Porzingis. Gordon comes in for Butler. Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jeff Teague. And here's Rose, after Avery Bradley was able to get the triple. Now here's Giannis. He's guarded closely. Bounce pass from Rose. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Chris, more and more we're seeing star players give their sneakers to fans at the end of games. Did you ever do that?
Oh, yeah, man. Especially when I was with Dollar, I would give a pair of shoes away after every game.
Oh, great.
I really love doing it on the road. At home is really cool, but on the road is great because that's where you know that fan braved all those other fans and the elements to wear your jersey and to be the only one there. So you look for that kid. I used to look for the kid with the number 4 Weber jersey and be like, hey, kid, I know what you went through to wear that tonight. You make sure you go home with these bragging rights. Tell them these are fresh from the game when we beat your team, baby.
Yeah, that's a neat way to connect. Now here's Rondo. Outside Bradley. Passes it to Gordon. Kicks it to Tucker. Fires from the corner. They get it back. A nice shot by Zeller.
And the work ethic of Zeller. Now that's what makes him dangerous with scoping out opportunities on the offensive glass.
Rose finds Barton. Clarkson on the wing. Back to Barton. Here's Rose. Good D by Rondo.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
Yeah, and Rondo just working the ball around there. He loves finding his teammates when they're open in the sweet spots.
Here's Giannis after Eric Gordon's bucket. Giannis kicks to Clarkson. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the rebound goes to Louisville. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game. Noel's checked in for Whiteside. And so it's Louisville with it, trailing by 4. Rose against Rondo. Rose gets the bucket.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
And for Louisville, they're shooting just 35% to start the game. Pass to Gordon. Tries a 3. Drills the 3-pointer. Gordon's got 5 now.
Oh, yeah, the touch, the timing. You got to know how Gordon is a threat to shoot off the pass.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo, guarded by Tucker. Puts it up from 15, and he nails the jumper. 14 points for Giannis.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Outside Gordon. This one for 3. Last game for Boston, they picked up the W against Vancouver. Barton passes to Giannis.
Come to me, come to me.
Back to Barton. Now the dish to Clarkson. Fires the three. It's not going to go for him. Now Louisville takes it the other way. Knocks it loose. Barton against Bradley. And the foul on Will Barton. That is his first foul of the game. Boston making a switch here. Heroes checked in. .59 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Zeller. Rondo at the elbow. 6 on the shot clock. Louisville, no good that time either. Boston leading by 5. Pass to Barton. Right side Rose. And he drops it in from the low post. Rose has got his second basket.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Here's Zeller, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Look, he has a good feel for the painted area. Zeller, never in a rush. Very deliberate with his moves.
And it's Rose with the ball for Boston. Here's Antetokounmpo. Drops in the layup for 2. Antetokounmpo's got 16 points.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Gordon against Barton. Now Gordon. 5 points in the game. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Boston. And the blocks just kept on coming for him. He's playing some fantastic D. Right back after this break. Tough-nosed Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a franchise player.
You call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call it, but...
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
We've got Will Barton. Derrick Rose is out there with Hero. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Noel in at the 5. That's the Boston 5. Now here's Bradley. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel. Rondo with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 4 on the clock. Gordon for 3. Good on the triple.
But you really do have to D up Gordon from deep. I mean, he doesn't need much time to get his shot off.
Rondo against Rose. Here's Hero. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Cody Zeller. Most teams now look to run early and often, Chris. And there are some keys to finding success, aren't there, in the transition game?
Yeah, and the first key is you run fast and you speed up the pace, but that doesn't mean you hurry and take a hurried shot. Pacing and speed is all about getting it past half court to see if the defense is set, and if they're not, to take advantage. But it's a 2-step process. And for teams to just run all crazy or willy-nilly like my grandfather used to say, well, you're not going to do anything but play fast and bad.
Here's Rose. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse. Rose has got the lead up to 10 now for Boston. For Louisville, they've gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And it's Gordon penetrating. And the rejection by Noel.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A. And some great moments for Rajon Rondo. Helped Boston to a title back in 2008. And as we know, he's a four-time All-Star.
Yeah, one of the most honorary, toughest, and smartest players in the league. He devours films. I mean, he makes his son watch film. You see that his 4-year-old son is watching film with him. What's going on, man? But he's made it clear, once his playing days are done, he wants to be an NBA coach.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Iguodala comes in for Will Barton, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Rose.
And when engaged, Rondo is special. A triple-double threat who does a little bit of everything for his squad.
No good on the shot. Good D by Lopez. An even 3-on-3 break. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket for Rajon Rondo.
Yeah, you can't let Rondo get free in those situations. He's an absolute terror on the fast break.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. Fourth, Brook Lopez.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Giannis.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Teague, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Lobbed up there for Durant. And stolen by Noel. And pushing it up, here's Boston. No one near Iguodala as he lets it go. Boston, no good that time either. Teague against Beverly. To the left wing. Outside, Porzingis takes a 3. No good, shot missing. Now Boston takes it the other way. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. And Beverly kicks to Iguodala.
Hey, yo, right here.
Here's Hero. Just 5 to shoot. Boston needs to get off a shot. Beverly. Great D that time from Teague. Louisville trails by 11. Back to Butler. Outside, KD. The 3. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Now, here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Iguodala kicks to Beverly. Lets it go from deep. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Teague. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for Louisville. 8-point game. The pass to Teague. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. For Louisville, they've gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. And the technical free throw is good. Chris, the NBA has flattened now the draft lottery odds. And now that you've seen it at work, seen it in play, any additional changes you might make?
Well, you know, Kev, I still a wait and see for me. I definitely like the NBA making sure they try to address the problem. You never want a team to think that they can be rewarded for losing. So I like what we've done so far, but, you know, if I'm a GM, if I'm a president, I'm always going to try to find ways to manipulate and find that, you know, those open gray areas. And so I think this is something we're always going to have to address, but I love the fact the NBA has gotten ahead of the problem.
Not like the Clippers of a year ago. They look like, gosh, they've lost all those superstars, but they gave it such a great go. They actually made the playoffs.
Yeah, and it started from the top. I mean, Mr.
Right.
Ballmer said, listen, we do not want to lose. We're going to go in and we're going to play hard. And I tell you what, I think that that's what rewarded them during free agency by able to go out and recruit players and say, listen, we don't lose here. We just need you to take us over the top. And I think that's a pretty good recruiting pitch.
Now Beverly, after the missed three from KD. Porzingis with the block. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Boston. Pass to Whiteside. Clarkson against Butler. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Teague. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboards. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Teague.
A good recognition from Durant. He's a talented passer.
Here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Now, here's Porzingis. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Clock at 6. It's deflected. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Guarded now by Durant. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Kevin Durant. For Boston, they have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And just over 80% from the line right now. A big improvement over what they shot in that first quarter.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Louisville trails by 8. Pass to Lopez. The drive by KD. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
It's hard enough stopping Durant when he's on his own, but when he's running the pick and roll like he is, it's pretty much impossible.
Beverly, the pass to Giannis. Butler against Clarkson. Pass to Beverly. To the inside. Whiteside. Lopez with the block.
Having to be careful around Lopez. He's solid at timing when to leap up to block shots.
Here's Beverly.
It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't let him keep shooting. His touch is gone.
Down low. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, so much of the last few seasons have been lost time for Kristaps Porzingis. That ACL injury and then working back from it in the 2019 campaign. Never an easy road to start him.
The first free throw is good. Greg, with all the time that Porzingis has missed, it's easy to forget just how dominant he is when he's healthy.
KP is one of the few game-changing talents in our league. He can carry an offense and boost an entire team's defense with his presence on the floor.
And both free throws good for Porzingis.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Now, here's Clarkson. He picked up 12 points in their last win against...
Clarkson loves to drive, but he's also improving from distance.
And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for Louisville. They trail by 7. And there's the pass to KD. Dishes it to Lopez. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer, Butler. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion. And he had more than enough room there for one of those trademark slams that he's become noted for.
And Greg, don't you think once he got that space, you just knew it was going to happen?
So did the defense.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, come on now. What defense? Nobody was willing to get in his way.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
Derrick Rose is checked in for Patrick Beverly. Cody Zeller's checked in for Louisville. Now here's Teague. KD with it. And Rose picks him up defensively. Over Rose. And it's off the back rim. No good. Boston leading by 9. And here's Giannis. He's got 23. Now Clarkson. And the double up on Antetokounmpo. To the middle. Here's Rose. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. KD's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Teague. That one a little long.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, that's how you play it. He does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Louisville trails by 11. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Outside, KD. It's good from long range. KD's got a pair of triples in the second now for Louisville.
And what a huge performance for him. I mean, he drained 3 three-pointers in that first quarter, and he's got 2 more here in the second.
Now here's Giannis. 25 points in the game. And there's the call on Cody Zeller. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Boston making a switch here. Barton is checked in. Louisville also making some changes. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Porzingis. Gordon comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Avery Bradley in for Jeff Teague. Here's Barton. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Some solid defense from Butler. To the paint. That's his first basket of the game. 1 for 6 and looking for more.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Clarkson looking for an opening. 1:10 left to play in the first half. Out of bounds, Louisville takes possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Bradley, how he performed last season. Last year, averaged 10 points per game, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or 2 every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
Now here's Butler. It's good. And now just a 4-point Boston lead.
It's a difficult shot to perfect, but Butler, he has a nice touch on the teardrop right there.
It's stolen by Bradley. And Tucker has it in the corner. And there's the call on Cody Zeller. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Noel's checked in for Boston. And Louisville here with the change too. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Jimmy Butler. Boston leading by 4. Antetokounmpo with the ball. And they double up Giannis. Back to Clarkson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Cody Zeller.
Former first-team All-Rookie after being picked in the second round. Clarkson, a draft day steal.
For Boston, they have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for Clarkson. Here's Gordon. 8 points for him. From deep. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Boston with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down lows.
Thanks, Brooke. Where is this team right now?
Oh, I'm so excited. You know, it's really thrilling to come out with some great guys every night, you know, and play.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
Well, they're doing a great job of pushing the action.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Well, they haven't found a way to keep him quiet inside. I mean, their best bet probably would be to deny him the ball altogether, because when he gets it, they can't stop him.
Kicking off the second half, here's Brett Brown's foul. We've got Durant. Porzingis is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Teague, and it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Beverly dishes to Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about them not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Butler kicks to Durant. Passes it to Porzingis. Just 5 on the clock. Offline from the high post.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And it's Iguodala with the jam.
Oh, the quick jump of Iguodala. Easy money.
And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for Louisville. A 12-point game. Pass to Butler. Poked loose and stolen by Whiteside. There's the lob into the Antetokounmpo. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Oh, and they're showing no signs of letting up. I love this approach right now. They value each possession.
Lopez outside. He kicks it to Butler. 6 to shoot. Tipped away. And Durant puts up a deep three. No good again that time.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Pass to Whiteside. And the rebound goes to Louisville. Butler's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And one of the hardest working players you'll find. Jimmy Butler. At the same time, you know what, Chris? He's not afraid to challenge his teammates.
Yeah, within his team, he's a culture setter, Kevin. I mean, I think he's learning that balance of being vocal, but also knowing just how far he can push his teammates.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And it's Butler missing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Timeout call, Louisville.
Well, last season, Andre Iguodala has seen a sharp improvement in his threes. He said he figured something out with his shot, and the results speak for themselves.
And while we've got this moment here now, let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Lobbed up there for KD.
A fearless, tenacious scorer. I mean, Durant only needs to see one drop through. I mean, you know he's feeling it.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Porzingis.
He always wants to give him some numbers, and tonight he's giving him plenty.
And with Iguodala and his threes, you just need him to hit at a decent rate, Chris, to be effective.
Yeah, well, he just has to keep a defense honest and hit them when he's left open. I mean, first and foremost, he's a playmaker and a terrific defender at that. The threes are just the icing on the cake for him.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. Here's Teague. Outside Butler. He can't get it to go. Great D that time from Iguodala. He dishes it to Antetokounmpo. And they double up Antetokounmpo. Back to Iguodala. Here's Hero. Jimmy Butler with the rebound.
He's going to have a tough time hitting that if he can't create a little more space for himself.
Rebound Boston. Giannis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Hero passes to Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Outside Teague. Outside KD. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Beverly finds Iguodala. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
4th foul of the game for him. He's starting to get into that danger zone.
Here's Beverly. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. 5 on the clock. looking to end his cold spell.
He'll be happy that they're in front, but he knows better than anyone else that he's still without a bucket, and he won't be happy with that.
Outside Butler. And the pass to KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
You got to enjoy watching Durant finish strong. A ferocious competitor who's always looking to jam and win his room, too.
Here's Beverly. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
His three-point game hasn't been there for him today, but don't sleep on him. At any moment, he could get his touch back.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. Off target with the open look. And here's Boston. They're on a 17-6 run. Iguodala dishes to Antetokounmpo. Whiteside, the pass to Iguodala. Passes to Beverly. Over Teague. And it's Beverly missing.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Oh, look, that's just the energy that Butler displays. A fiery personality who welcomes overcoming all types of challenges.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Noel's checked in for Whiteside. Barton comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Louisville also making some changes. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. Gordon comes in for Kevin Durant. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jeff Teague. Rondo kicks to Gordon. Right side, Porzingis. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Here's Hero. And Eric Gordon pulls it down. Louisville trails by 17. Outside Rondo. Pass to Porzingis. A three. No good there. And it's Boston the other way.
If he'd been even halfway decent today, the score would be a lot different, but he can't get anything to fall.
And this is what Rose brings to the table. When he gets out in the open court, he doesn't take his foot off that pedal.
Right side, Porzingis. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Yeah, and checking out the numbers for Antetokounmpo. Last season, he played outstanding. 3rd in scoring, 6th in rebounding, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And you only average top 3 in points if you have a particular mindset that you are the guy. Rose finds Barton. Here's Noel. 18 feet out. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Rondo passes to Butler. Back to Rondo. Bounce pass, Butler. Louisville passing it around. From deep three-point range, Louisville getting another chance here. Porzingis and the rejection by Noel. Here's Barton, and Butler sends it back.
You can't throw up weak shots when Butler is around. His shot blocking ability, impressive.
Louisville trails by 21. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And the rejection by Noel.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Count that bucket.
If they close this win out, I know who my MVP is. His offensive performance tonight has been unreal.
Pass to Porzingis. Outside Gordon. Back to Porzingis. Will it go? Good on the shot. Here's Hero. And now the first timeout called here for Boston. Some changes for Boston. Whiteside's checked in for Nerlens Noel, and it's Jordan Clarkson in for Hero. Louisville also making some changes. Zeller comes in for Porzingis, and Bradley's subbed in for Butler. Back to Rose. But he stays with it.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Outside Gordon. And Boston with the rebound. Here's Rose. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Rose has got 6 here in this quarter.
And you love to see Rose aggressively looking to score on the inside.
Here's Bradley, and it's blocked by Whiteside. Rose against Bradley. Rose dishes to Giannis. Whiteside kicks to Barton. Jacks up a 3. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Clarkson against Gordon. From 6 feet, Rose with the block.
You know what a kind of competitor he is? I know he's upset with his performance and with the
And Barton throws it down.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Louisville shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. First one falls for him. Robertson, he's checked in for Will Barton. And both free throws good from Rondo. And so Giannis will bring it up for Boston. Now the pass to Clarkson. Ball's knocked loose. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Bradley. Seconds left in the third. Inside, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And that's the role they want for Rose, getting guys going through his passing, especially when he can find them in rhythm.
Rose against Rondo. Outside Gordon. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
Yeah, you got to be locked in at all times. Their inconsistent play is a big reason why they're losing.
Giannis kicks to Clarkson. Shoots over Bradley. He's off from 17 feet. And so it's Boston, rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we'll be back with you shortly. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the floor for Boston, Antetokounmpo out there with Williams. Then there's Andre Robertson. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Rose in at the point guard position.
Boxing out, getting fairly low for a 7-footer. Zeller doing all he can to maximize his productivity on the board.
And with Cody Zeller, he has a very workmanlike approach when he's on the floor.
Yeah, Kevin, and that's what Zeller is all about, playing a simple meat and potatoes type game. I mean, what he does won't show up in the box score, but it'll show up in the standings.
And that one falls for Zeller. Chris, last season the Thunder became the final NBA team to reach an agreement for jersey sponsorships. Have you gotten used to seeing those patches on the various jerseys around the league?
You know what, Kevin? I have. And they're not as intrusive as I thought. I was...
Me too.
Man,
I agree.
Yeah, I was so scared of this. I thought it was going to ugly up the jerseys and be bigger than the team logo and things like that. But you know how great this league is when it comes to getting messages out to their fans and promotion. And so we've done a wonderful job. And actually I really, really like how they fit the jersey, how the colors matches, and the history of the company, actually. So, no, I think they've done a great job kind of just making sure it just slides in there. I'm not taking away the shine from the team.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Boston.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Teague up top. He's covered by Rose. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, I love how Teague was able to shield off the defender and still go up and finish for a chance at the three-point play.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Nerlens Noel checks in for Antetokounmpo, and it's Green in for Robertson. Free throw good, Teague. And last year, a tough one for Jeff Teague. Just couldn't put together his normal level of play.
You know, Teague missed some games with injury, but his shot just wasn't consistent. His passing and playmaking were as strong as ever, but you just couldn't rely on him to score.
And that one, good.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
For Louisville, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. More star players changing teams. The word tampering comes up, Chris. Is the league striking the right balance on enforcement?
Oh, yes. And, you know, Commissioner Silver, he knows all the tricks. He doesn't want it to be a police state, but he knows a wink from a wink.
Right,
you know what I mean? So you got to draw some lines. But again, how do you stop it? I mean, you know, if I'm playing on the Lakers and I say, wow, you know, I think Anthony Davis has the best eyebrows in the world. You know, you got to let me say that. And, you know, if that's recruiting, it's recruiting. So it's a fine line. And hopefully the players have some fun with it. And hopefully Commissioner Silver does his best to police it while everyone at the same time is working through with integrity.
And that one falls for Iguodala.
Oh, he turns it up. And though Iguodala has become a long-range shooting threat, he still managed to struggle from the line.
Boston making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. Second free throw, no good.
Well, the evolution of Brook Lopez continues as he is now a premier stretch five. His three-point shot continues to get better and now a huge part of his arsenal.
Kicks it to Durant. Shot clock at 6. Back to Lopez. And stolen by Noel. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. And the rebound goes to Louisville. KD's got 5 rebounds tonight. And Lopez bold enough to give himself a nickname.
Yeah, well, what was it? Splash Mountain or something like that? I guess he's earned it with the work he's put in on his outside shooting. More and more centers these days shooting the 3-ball.
Clarkson against Bradley. Offensive rebound, Noel, and the layup falls.
Well, and in terms of size, that's a mismatch he'll exploit every time, especially inside.
Outside Teague, lobbed up there for Durant.
His shooting has been a bright spot for them. Otherwise, they struggle as a whole.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Boston. Pass to Green. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. A shot by Clarkson, no good.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
Down low. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Yeah, with no defensive pressure at all, you've got to be able to make that exchange.
Right side's checked in for Boston. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Green. Bradley against Iguodala. Feeds it to Antetokounmpo. And another one falls. Amazing.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Porzingis is checked in for Louisville. Jimmy Butler comes in for Bradley. Chris, the other day, Adam Silver has been talking about how the All-Star game, that system, is not working. He's been proactive in considering alternatives. What do you think?
Well, I love what he's done already. Let's think about the All-Star game in 2019. Letting guys pick their players like old school on the park. I mean, that adds a little bit of ego, and that's what you want because we want competition. We want guys that like each other, don't like each other, that are playing against each other, that we're in the finals against each other. We want all that competition, all that mental game that goes into it. And so I love the fact that he's outspoken, that he's definitely ahead of the problem. But I think he did a great job by letting players pick their teammates because that already causes a little in-team drama that we'll see play out on the floor with how hard guys are playing.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Durant against Giannis. Right side, Porzingis. And the shot goes in.
Well, sometimes you don't need a haymaker, just a jab. You got to get those easy looks inside.
Clarkson passes to Whiteside. Knocked away. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. For Louisville, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. It's good.
With an advanced mid-range jumper, Butler does tons of damage from the perimeter.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Porzingis. Chris, I read this the other day, the NBA announcing the development of the BAL, the Basketball African League. They feel there's a lot of untapped potential there. I would tend to agree.
I'm so excited. I already put my name in the hat to go out there and work with and help develop these kids. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, just think about this. You want to know what type of talent is out there? Let's just start with Akeem. Then we go to Mutombo, Embiid. He's from Cameroon. How about Antetokounmpo, who has Nigerian parents? I mean, we can keep on going. How about Ibaka help find Siakam? Oh, my goodness. Yes. There's some talent out there, baby. And, yes, I'm excited for the BAL, the Basketball African League. Africa, stand up, baby.
Boston making a switch here. Heroes checked in. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. One negotiating concession the league wants from the Players Union. Prospect attendance, Chris, at the draft combine and team-wide access to player physicals.
Well, this is a tough one because I don't think that a team that is not interested in you should have your physical. And we all know that information is shared, and so it should be genuine in the teams that are truly interested. And so I understand agents holding back on that. Medical information is something very serious that just because you have an opportunity to be drafted, your information shouldn't be spread all across the world just because you're at a combine. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out, but basically you just want a level playing field for everyone. And if we have that, it'll be better for everyone.
Hey, yo, get on Durant.
Durant kicks to Butler. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Outside, KD. And it's good off the back rim and in. KD's got 10 points in just the second half. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for Boston. The dish to Antetokounmpo. And again, that's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
T kicks to KD. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got his 6th assist on the night.
His three-point game has been incredible tonight. If he comes even close to repeating his first half performance, it's going to be a crazy game for him.
Kicks it out to Iguodala. Porzingis against Antetokounmpo, and there it is for him.
It's been a clinical performance. He's played a huge role and has them in position to grab the W.
Teague, the pass to KD. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Oh, man. Well, now he's going to be walking a tight line. I mean, one more foul, and his night is a wrap.
Will Barton, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. Louisville also making some changes. Jonah Bolden comes in for Brook Lopez. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Teague. Butler goes in. Good D by Giannis.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's Hero, guarded by KD. And now look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trailblazers. Then on Thursday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. And the first one drops. Two-time NBA champion Michael Thompson says the arm muscles, Chris, on today's players don't measure up with what they used to be. Is that even important?
You know what? He's right, but I don't know how important that is unless, you just want to bring the gun show to the games and then pull out the arms and the curls and say, check out these muscles. But now I think, it's a lot different. And make no mistake, even though that is a true comment, the players of today are much more athletic than his day and my day. And I think that's because of technology. They understand core strength. They understand dieting. They understand rest. And so many, they're privy to so much information that we didn't have. But, no more curls. It doesn't seem like there are any more Karl Malone 24-inch pythons, brother, out there in any of these games.
This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Now here's Barton. On the wing, Williams. Outside, Green. And the rebound goes to Louisville. Pass to Neto. Back to Korkmaz. Outside for Rondo. Tries again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, Rondo just isn't afraid of getting hammered on the inside. Remarkable at getting under the skin of his opponents and forcing the issue.
The free throw drops for Rondo. And with a younger generation of fans cutting the cord, Adam Silver has talked about ways, Chris, to make the games, the NBA games, more accessible.
Yeah, and as a guy, Kevin, that played on the West Coast, I know many people aren't happy with this idea, but I say move the games up an hour. Move it to 6 o'clock so that I could watch LeBron on the West Coast when I'm living on the East Coast and be to bed by a normal time where kids can stay up. But how about the streaming? I mean, you can watch it on your phone. So many better in different ways now. I mean, before, if you were traveling, you could never watch a game because you had to be by a TV set stuck into a wall. Now, that's your phone, your pads, and everything else. So I love the game. It's becoming more global because of the expansion and how we've gotten players out there in front of fans. And now, with the access that fans have through some type of mobile device, I just love it. I love it.
Neto kicks to Rondo. From about 19 feet, that shot off. Barton with some nice D. And so Green will bring it up for Boston. Barton against Rondo. Barton, no luck. And for Louisville, their shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Boston.
As one-sided as it gets today, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And with the way he came out energized on the defensive end in particular, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling.
Catching up on the changes for Louisville. Zeller comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Gordon in for Rajon Rondo. See, Webb, the NBA always trying to improve every aspect of the game, and that includes officiating.
Yeah, and it should include officiating, one of the most important parts of the game, and one of the toughest jobs within the business of basketball. I mean, these guys are making calls on the fly without the advantage of the camera at home that we have watching through the screen, or without the advantage of slow motion technology. So first of all, kudos to the refs that go out and give it their best every day. We have the best refs in any of sports, I believe, and we still need to improve on that. The league recognizes that, and I love the fact that everybody's doing it together.
Good on the second free throw. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter of this one. Neto surveying the floor. Outside Durant, over Noel. And he overshot that one, missing. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Martin with it. He's picked up by KD. And slam dunk by Noel.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
Here's Gordon. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And really, Gordon gets these calls because how engaged he is. He's consistent at remaining aggressive.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
And when he's healthy, Gordon is extremely effective, an incredible scorer who fills up the stat sheet.
So he can't get either to fall. And here's Boston. And here's Barton. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they...
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For